Mr. Speaker, I am very pleased to yield 5 minutes to the gentleman from California from the San Joaquin Valley, Mr. Nunez.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my friend from Washington. Since this House is being denied the opportunity to debate legislation that would have a meaningful impact on the California water crisis, I think it's appropriate to take a closer look at the bill before us today. This bill funds a water recycling project for the Bay Area. That's it. The sponsor of this bill pounds his chest and says he's providing 2.6 billion gallons of water for his constituents. Congratulations. What the sponsor will not disclose is that he has worked consistently to deny delivery of 200 billion gallons of water to an area that has 40% unemployment in some cases, that has folks standing in food lines and land dry with tumbleweeds. Now, it's ironic that this bill provides water only to one little area of San Francisco, the greater San Francisco Bay area, which already receives pristine water from a beautiful glacial valley that's not far from where I live in the Yosemite National Park called Hetch-Hetchy. You heard me correct. The Bay Area gets water from one of the nation's flagship national parks. The city of San Francisco, knowing that it needed to provide water to its citizens, destroyed a portion of Yosemite National Park to construct its own water supply reservoir. I actually have a picture of what it looked like. This is what it looked like before. If you've ever been to Yosemite, you can see that it looks very similar to Yosemite Valley. But now it's dammed up. It's dammed up to provide water to the people of San Francisco. Now, that's really not the worst of it, because we hear so much about how the other side of the aisle cares so much about the fish and the poor fishermen that are losing their jobs because the water is not being delivered to the delta to save all these fish that need to be saved. Well, let's go back and look at a little map of Hetch-Hetchy. This is Hetch-Hetchy, Yosemite National Park. Here's the dam. And the water is piped. There's not a river. It's piped directly into the San Francisco Bay Area. This is the same water, Mr. Speaker, that would go down to save the fish that they care about so much. So do they honestly care about fish? Or do they really just care about providing water to their people and serving their radical environmental friends that have worked for decades to cut water off to people that are just trying to provide food for America? The leaders in the Bay Area and the surrounding region have used their muscle in the past to actually get by other environmental laws. They not only destroyed the beautiful national park when they needed water, they subsequently exempted their water project from the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act. That's why they built the pipe, so they wouldn't even have to have a river. When the Bay Area needed to add to its runway, they exempted environmental laws to build a new airport in the beautiful San Francisco Bay, one of the greatest areas of California. But despite their own record, when folks a mere 2 hours away are bled dry of water, they have opposed a temporary waiver to allow not 2 billion gallons of water like this bill does, but 200 billion gallons of water. I support these water recycling projects, but I oppose this bill because the author of this bill is the leader of the effort to cut off 200 billion gallons of water that would serve the greater San Joaquin Valley, Los Angeles, and San Diego. So absent the inclusion of language that will address this government-imposed drought, this bill should be rejected. And I yield back.